Welcome to Miss Supranational Germany 2022. I am Denisse Nicole, your Miss Supranational Germany 2021, and I will be your host for Supra Chat with yours truly, Denisse Nicole. Super Chat with Denisse Nicole is our chance to get to know all the aspirational and inspirational women vying for the Miss Supranational Germany title. For the 2022 edition, we have 9 official candidates and we have divided them into 3 groups. In a few moments, we are going to get to know the group A, B, and C contestants. But prior to this online event, all the 9 delegates went to Berlin for a photo shoot with Ulrich Brothagen and a video shoot by Ayham Aldin. And I have heard that the contestants had so much fun. So let's all watch this film. Hello, Group A Super Queens. Are you ready for this Super Chat?
Yes.
Yes? Then we shall begin with your self-introduction. Kindly introduce yourselves to our viewers, starting with Geraldine.
Okay. My name is Geraldine Burger. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Bavaria. I was born in Allgäu near Lake of Constance. It's really beautiful but very quiet. So I moved to Augsburg and there I'm studying law. At the moment I'm at the 3rd semester and yeah, I love it. I love the topic, especially criminal law. I want to work at this area, criminal law. And yeah, in my free time, I spend a lot of time with my friends and I really love to go to the gym because I need this like a balance between stress and study and yeah. And yeah, I also love dancing and I appreciate a lot the time that I have with my family when I'm going back home. And
like you, Geraldine, I do value quality time with my family and friends, and I do believe that we should keep in balance. And yes, now let's get to know Sarah.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Bauroth. I am German, but you're seeing me live from the UK today because I'm living here to study. One experience that I want to share with you is from one of my class trips that I did in school when we visited Tioman, an island in Malaysia. and I had so many cool experiences there. We lived in very basic accommodation, and I really got immersed in a lot of enriching experiences. For example, teaching English to children, prodding through the jungle waters to do some geography measurements, seeing sea cucumbers, a snake, and also doing some batik. And I'm very happy to be here with you guys today.
Lovely to meet you, Sarah. And now let's all welcome Sama.
Hello everyone, I am Sama Parajuli and I am 20 years old, currently living in Hamburg, Germany, and I'm originally from Nepal. I am a dental student who is looking forward to become a successful dentist in future. Talking about my hobbies, I love to dance, to explore new places, and to make new friends with different culture and tradition. I am here in Miss Supranational Germany to create an identity of myself. I believe confidence and hard work is a key to kill the disease called failure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sama. Beautiful line at the end. And now I'm going to ask some questions to you, and I hope you answer them truthfully, and of course that you get your message across. So, starting with Sarah. I've never been into Malaysia, by the way. So, I hope I'll visit that place soon. So, I would like to ask you the second question, which is the following. If you could turn back time, in what period would you want to go back and why?
So I would like to go back to the 1600s/1700s. And that's because there's a lot of animals that lived at that time that we don't know today. For example, the dodo or the sea cow. And that's just something that we've lost. And there's no particular reason why I want to travel to that time. It's really just that I want to get to experience those animals and see how they lived and see what they looked like.
Thank you, Sarah. And now I'm going to ask our third question to Sama. If you could learn any skill in one day, which skill would it be and why?
Thank you for the question. And the skill I could learn when is that the psychologist does to a person who have already lost the hope of living. You already see that in our country or in our world that the societal classes has been globalized. So many young people are depressed and they don't see the hope of living their life. So if I could learn a skill in one day, then I will learn the skill that psychologists do for the people. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer, Sama. And now, for the last question, which is the first one, Geraldine, I would like to ask you, what did beauty mean to you as a child? And has your definition of beauty ever changed, or has it stayed the same?
Yeah, it definitely changed because as a kid, as a little girl, I thought the real beauty is to look like a Barbie doll with beautiful hair and nice makeup, beautiful dresses. And now, since I'm older, I know real beauty comes from inside. The way you shine, the way you treat other people, and how you talk to other people, smiling and showing your joy and sharing your joy is the real definition of beauty, and not the way you look and the way you show your face or your appearance.
Mine has changed too over time, so I am there with you. For the next three following questions, I would like to actually have a discussion with you girls. So beginning with the second question, I would like to first know the input of Geraldine for the second question. So yes, who or what do you think is the biggest enemy of Mother Earth and why?
I think the biggest enemy of Mother Earth is the human. We are the biggest enemies of Mother Earth because we destroyed the past 200, 300 years. We destroyed a lot, and we more look like the way how we development technically, and not how we treat our planet. And we didn't look at the consequences that we're having because of our treatment. And yeah.
And I would like to know the input of Sarah. Do you agree with Geraldine that it's the humankind or the biggest enemy of Mother Earth?
I really like that question because, and I must say, I agree with Geraldine because I think that it is the humans. I specified it a bit more to like the human brain and our like striving for development because, and some characteristics like greed perhaps. But I think it's just like the striving for making our life comfortable, for improving our life, the lack of research that we had about the effects of it and about the problems that it might create. I think it's our human evolution that has created this problem. And I mean, once we're in a comfortable position, it's hard to let go of that comfort.
That's true. I agree. And do you also agree, Salma?
Yes, I also agree because the human beings are ignoring everything. The air has been polluted, and they have some years will be there will be no land for grow something or plant trees. So yes, I agree to Geraldine that human beings are the cause of per Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for all your views and opinions about this question. Now I would like to ask another question, which is the first one, starting maybe this time with Sarah. So the first question.
Mm-hmm.
Many have been ignoring the consequences brought by climate change. How would you convince the viewers to take action now?
Thank you for the question. I think it is a very hard question because many people have wondered that, and there have been many ways to tackle that. For example, appealing to fear, banning plastic bags in store or making you pay for it, or saying that small changes are easy to make. And I think that once you have made a small change, or if you strive to make a small change, after a while it becomes a no-brainer because you just incorporate it into your life. It's just like learning to drive a car, basically. And I think I would say that I would generally try to tell people to do the small things. Start with the small things like taking a plastic bag with you when you go to shop, just having a plastic bag in your handbag or in your backpack. And I think why people don't care about climate change that much, it's because they're not directly affected through it. And we won't be directly affected through it for maybe a while, but as soon as we are directly and personally affected by it, we will then notice that we should have done something earlier.
I am with you with that we should really definitely start with small changes because incremental changes makes a big difference at the end too. And yes, for that, I would also like to have the opinion of Geraldine.
Yeah. I think the main problem is why everyone is ignoring the consequences. It's because if one person thinks, okay, I'm the only one using like plastic or throwing this stuff into the ocean, I'm the only one. And so if a lot of people think this way, they think it won't change anything. It's just me. And so I think that's the problem. And I would convince my viewers or by showing them my sustainable lifestyle, like using glass instead of plastic, taking the train, no plane, or walk instead of driving car, things like that, and showing them that it's easy to do it, like Sarah said, the little steps. Yeah.
I agree. We have to be aware of our CO2 emission.
Yeah.
And although sometimes it may be convenient, there are also other ways for us to help save Mother Earth. What do you think about it, Sama? How would you convince the viewers to take actions now?
The first thing I would say is that to understand a Mother Earth, you have to understand your one mother. And she kept us like 8 months warm and welcome to this beautiful earth. And my mother always tell me that the change come from with you. You make your bed or your wardrobe, you make yourself. You hadn't expect from others. So begin now and bring change from yourself. Then everything will be changed. Yeah.
Thank you for your answer, Sama. So now we have the last question. And I would like to begin with Sama this time too. So, what change do you want to see in terms of environmental policy in Germany?
Well, there are numerous factors which should be changed in German policy. I will mention some of them. The first thing that should be changed is like investing more sustainability, sustainable development, and the second thing is that new rules and regulations. The third thing I would mention is decrease in fossil fuels. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. And what about Geraldine?
I think one of the most important things is the exit of the coal in 2030 and the support of the climate like power source and things like that, that they really act now and realize that it's really important to do something now and not in the next few years because it could be too late.
Thank you for your answer. And what about you, Sarah? What changes would you like to see here in Germany?
One of the things that I would like to see is using less food packaging. Again, it should be a pretty easy change to make. And there have been like progress with that, as in like reducing the thickness of plastic, but I think there's a lot more that can be done. And kind of similar to what the other two said, having a development of like carbon neutral fuels. For example, the fuel that is currently in development for airplanes, but ideally it would be to expand that to cars and lorries and trucks and things like that.
I would like to ask you girls about one thing. We have talked about policy, rules and regulation here in Germany when it comes to the environment. Do you think people should actually start to change their ways? Or should we wait for policies to get implemented first before we adapt?
Can I start?
Of course.
I think we should change our ways because yes, it is the government that can force us to do it or impose it on us, but it is us as consumers that can show people this is how we want it.
I agree. What about the others?
I think we all should start now. We all should be role models for other people, for younger people, and show them that it's easy and it's easy to take the little steps and change something and not to wait, like Sarah said, till we are forced to do something.
Definitely. And
Well,
Sama,
yeah.
what do you think about it?
I think also from us that I already mentioned that change come from yourself. So we have to begin from yourself, and yeah, some part will go to the politics and they will make the new and regulations and all, but the change should from us. It will be from us.
Supra Queens from Group A, thank you so much for all your inputs, sharing your thoughts. I really enjoyed hearing and learning about you guys. So yes, technically that was it for the question side. And this time I would actually like to invite your supporters to watch the finals in 2022 and also leave a message to your family, friends, and supporters all around the world and for our Supra followers. starting with Sarah.
Okay. Well, yeah, thank you everyone for watching this. I hope that you found it interesting to learn a bit about us, learn a bit about our views, and we had some really, really cool questions as well that are not just beauty related, but actually like politically and environmentally related as well, which is really cool. And I do hope for your support. I would be very, very grateful, and I believe I can make a good Miss Supranational Germany. And I'll see you around. Please support me where you can.
Thank you so much. And Geraldine, it is your time to invite and say thank you to your supporters too.
First of all, thank you for watching, and thank you for knowing me now a little bit better in the way of how I'm thinking and my point of view. I hope my family and friends and my loved ones to support and join me at the finals for the Supranational Germany next year. And yeah, especially I'm really thankful and happy for the support of my mother, who helped me and helped me to try this way and live my dream. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Geraldine. And Sama, this is your time to invite and also leave a message for your friends and family.
Thank you very, very much for watching our Supra Chat, and I would like to say that you have given me so much love from our headshot photo that it was officially posted in our Miss Supranational, and thank you so much for supporting me, and I hope you will support me further and give me much love. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sama. And that was our first episode of your Miss Super Chat with Denisse Nicole. Thank you, viewers, for watching, and see you in our next episode. Bye!